Welcome back, film fans. It is Let's Be Real, Brad. Today we'll be talking about the brand new computer animated monster comedy film Hotel Transylvania Transformania. Hotel Transylvania Transformania is directed by Jennifer Klutska and Derek Dreiman in their directorial debuts, as it stars Brian Hull replacing the iconic Adam Sandler as Dracula, Andy Samberg, Selena Gomez, Catherine Hahn, Jim Gaffigan, Steve Buscemi, Molly Shannon, David Spade, and Keegan-Michael Key. When Van Helsing's mysterious invention goes haywire, Drac and his monster pals transform into humans and Johnny becomes a monster. In their new mismatched bodies, Drac and Johnny must team up and race across the globe to find a cure before it's too late. Hotel Transylvania is one of those animated franchises that I enjoy for what it is. They aren't the most fantastic series of all time, but they are fun family movies that almost anyone can enjoy. When I heard there was a fourth movie releasing soon, I was very hesitant to watch it, considering the last film, Summer Vacation, was the weakest one so far. But then Sony Pictures sold the film to Amazon for $100 million to release in January of this year, a major red flag. I was able to see this on a Saturday morning week early theatrical screening, thinking this might not be so bad after all, and to my surprise, I was right. It is the same movie I thought it would be, a lighthearted, fun movie that the kids will mostly enjoy, but filled with many adult jokes along with it, but not being able to reach the heights of the first film and other subsequent sequels, being the worst film in the franchise. First, let's dive right into my positives, starting with the voice performances. Brian Hull did an excellent job trying to take on the role of Dracula, replacing Adam Sandler with trying to replicate his iconic voice. For most of the film, it is tough to notice it because Hull knocked it out of the park. But if you were trying to find a different voice change, I think the movie will be much more distracting because it'll be much more apparent. Everyone else in the film did a pretty good job, such as Andy Samberg, who voices Johnny, as I enjoy him as this character, and Selena Gomez and Catherine Hahn as well. I quite enjoy the animation here, as it utilizes the 3D CGI animation that still has that 2D animated quality, especially in the way the characters move around on the screen. The last positive I have with this one is that there are a few enjoyable moments that I enjoyed quite a bit. It does have what you expect with the cheesy, fun gags thrown in, but I found this movie to have so much heart that it made it feel genuine at times, even if the film presents itself not in the best way possible. So let's dive right into my negatives with this one, starting with the humor. It might be my most disappointing aspect because I found these films to be relatively humorous, even if they became less funny as each film went along. This film fell flat in many areas, with almost none of the children in my theater were laughing while watching, so I knew it wasn't a good sign. Most of the jokes fall flat, feeling like there was an attempt to be funny, especially with the slapstick jokes, but I became so bored by it because it didn't do it for me. The jokes didn't annoy me like some other animated movies do. Yes, I'm looking at you, Shark Tale. I have to give the writers a lot of credit for trying to come up with the most original story they could have, because this movie does feel like it tries to be different. Still, after the fascinating 20-minute premise, the movie becomes exceptionally predictable, filling itself with unnecessary filler to keep the movie going. I noticed this in the middle of the film, where it feels like if you took out some of the scenes, it wouldn't change the movie in the slightest bit, which made this movie feel a lot longer than it was. I also felt much of the dialogue was average, where the characters spill out everything they want to say in a very unsubtle and creative way possible. Speaking of the writing, I felt that this movie has too many characters that don't get much screen time. I know many of the monsters are supposed to be there for comedic relief and not essential to the story, but I wish the characters felt a bit more critical to the story, such as the young boy Dennis, who feels like he shouldn't have been in the movie. Overall, guys, Hotel Transylvania Transformania is the final film in this franchise trying to wrap up all the loose ends as possible. This film does do it in a satisfying way, which I have to give them a lot of credit. I would say if you have enjoyed this franchise and you have a Prime Video subscription, check this movie out with the young kiddos in your home, because I'm sure they will enjoy it and have been looking forward to it for some time now. I am giving Hotel Transylvania Transformania a 5 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video, as it does mean the world for everyone who supports the channel. But before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, drop a like if you want to, and ring that notification bell so I can see you all in the following video.